right, so for the second half of The Little Drummer Boy, we are going to just review those rhythm diagrams from the first half. So if you recall, we have variation 1. Variation 1 of this rhythm is where the hands land together on the first beat, and then the right hand lands on the fourth. Okay, so we have that holding there in the right hand. Okay, and that is all just, it's because of the words in the song. For variation 2, then, we can see how the words are slightly different. When we compare variations 1 and 2, you can see how they line up a little bit differently. If you find these diagrams useful, go ahead and use them. You may also find that just playing using your intuition is actually a better fit for you, and that's fine as well. So now what we're going to do for the second part is actually change the left hand. For the first part, the left hand has been in the F position the whole time. Okay, we're going to now just change the left hand to a C, and we have some new notes here, but the notes, they do go rhythmically with variation 2. Okay, so let me show you again. We'll show you the melody first. The left hand is just going to stay on that C here for a while. We do have to switch it back to the F, and then this is where it gets interesting, where we're also going to be using that B flat just for 2 beats. Okay, so we'll go through that left hand when we put the hands together. Let's just look at the right hand melody. You finished off on the rum pum pum pum. So you finished off the previous section on the F and the A using fingers 1 and 3. So now what we're going to do is go down here to the G and the E. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that E in there in just a sec. Let's just talk about the melody here. Our finest gifts we bring. So that's this section over here. Now you'll notice that it's actually kind of similar to what you did before. Previously, you started the melody on the F and you walked up those 3 and repeated the top. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're starting on G, keeping in mind that the B is flat. All right, so that's important. Then we're going to go up there to the C. So whereas before we used these 4 notes, F, G, A, and then, so we use those 4 notes. We're just now going to move everything up by 1. Okay, so we're going to use G, A, B flat, and C using finger 2. Our finest gift we bring, and that should be gifts, actually. It's plural. You'll notice too that my hand switches. Again, we're doing one of those because we need to go up to the D for the pa, rum, pum, pum, pum. So in order to have that pinky available to you there, you're going to have to do a switch because you'll run out of fingers. Our finest gifts, switch, we bring. You'll notice I played that 3 times there. Pa, rum, pum, pum, pum. Now that works if you're just playing the melody, and if you're finding that those harmony notes are too tricky, it doesn't sound bad either to just play the melody. You'll find that a little bit easier than adding in the harmonies. But if you want to add in a harmony, the harmonies go like this. The harmony note is always what's called a third below your melody. A third would be 1, 2, 3. That's how we count intervals in music. All right, so as the right hand walks up, the left hand is just going to join it. And I'm obviously not using the right fingers right now. I'm just illustrating how they're walking in parallel motion. Don't let that B flat confuse you there. Even though the top note, the melody there is on a B flat, it is a B flat. So that means G and B, they are a third apart. Here we just have a version, basically just it's called a minor third. This is a major third, that's a minor third. Without getting too technical, this is still a third, even though you're playing the black note instead of the white. That can cause some confusion. So then let's talk about the fingering here, starting with fingers 2 and 1, 3 and 1 for the next one up, 4 and 2. Now we end up here with 5 and 3. We need to repeat this 3 times. This is gifts we bring. So partway through, we're just going to switch finger 3 and 5 here to fingers 4 and 2. All right, so watch. 2 and 1, 3 and 1, 4 and 2, 5 and 3. Now switch to 4 and 2. for the remaining 2 beats on that chord. And then you've got fingers 3 and 5 ready there for B flat and the D. All right, practice just that there, that little finger switch. That can really cause some trouble if you don't know how to do that smoothly. Now we need to walk down. Now, because we are doing harmonies here and we're already out of fingers, we could just do this. That would probably be the easiest way to do it. In fact, to keep it simple, let's just do that. Just use fingers 2 and 1 for the remaining thirds as we walk down. So it's really just a walk down from that D all the way down 5 notes until you hit the G, but we're pairing it with a harmony note on each one of them. Okay? Work on just that with the right hand. You're going to be reusing it to lay before the king. This is the next section. Again, you're going to switch, but now, rather than walking down, we need to play rum pum pum pum, rum pum pum pum, rum pum pum pum. So again, let's talk about the melody first. To lay before the king is similar to what we did before. Pum. Now, the rum pum pum starts on E flat. Just stretch up there with your finger 5 with your pinky and just walk down 4 notes. So you'll notice here, remember B is flat, but the E is flat just this one time. So this is the group of notes here that you're using. The fingers are going to change, but just for now, those are the notes, just so you can visualize that. Then we're going to take that group of 4 and we're just going to move that down. Again, B is flat, don't let that confuse you. And then there would be another group of 4 that walk down. So you can see here how the groups of 4 notes just walk down, always starting with the next note down. Rum pum pum pum, rum pum pum pum. The harmony notes for this one, these are not thirds. They sound a little bit different. What we have here is the 6th interval. And to finger this, we are going to use 5 at the top and the thumb at the bottom. We will always use the thumb at the bottom. And just use the fingers that are in your hand there. In other words, 5, 4, 3, and I would reuse finger 3 on the B flat because you've got a bit of a twist there happening. Okay, so watch that carefully. So we've got E flat and G. As we walk down, we're just going to use D and F, using the next finger here at the top of the hand. The next finger at the top of the hand is finger 3. So we're going to do that. Recall that we just played E flat. We're now going to play E flat. E also flat at the bottom of the hand here, and then just pivot that around and come on over here and play the last note. If we were to take all of the flats and the black notes out, it would be much easier to see. I'm just going to show you this. I've taken out the sound for now, so we're going to walk down all of these 6ths. You can see how the notes always stay the same distance apart. Okay, that's just for these 2 measures. So this here would be a project to work on just separately, getting your fingers to play the right chords in the right order. Keep the 1 and 3, just pivot the hand. Let's do the next one now, starting on the D. So the melody notes that we're using here is now this group. And again, we're going to pair that up with a 6th at the bottom. Down we come, E is flat, and we're just going to slide this down to the A and the C. And then the last one, the last group of 4 notes, these are handled using thirds again as a harmony. The E is no longer flat here. It was just for those 2 bars. We call those accidentals. When they appear in the middle of a song, they're not part of the key. recall we are playing in the key of F here, and E is not flat in the key of F. So, that's the last part of this. That is the 3 rumpa-pum-pums in a row. After that, we come back to what we did at the beginning. 2, 3. And then we would just finish it off with when we come. Okay, and that actually would take us to the end of the song. There you can repeat it from the beginning. In fact, you're already on that chord that we started. So the chord we ended on and the one we started on are the same. So if you choose to repeat the song, it's perfect because you've already ended there. Let's just talk about what just happened there. When we come. So we've not seen this chord before as part of our rum-pum-pum-pum. You may recall at the very beginning when we were talking about how to do the rum-pum-pum-pum, and I talked about how that the harmony note here that goes with, oh no, it's rum-pum-pum-pum-pum, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum, that's how that went there. And then we talked about the harmony notes that go along with it. We have the F. So now we are actually going to use that G and F. We just start on the G. And then back down to the F and pair that here with an A. This interval, again, this is a 6. If the B, if we just make it natural here for a little bit so that you can see it, we are still working with those intervals of sixths that we just did up here. We are now using the 6 that is just one step down, B flat and G, and then come on down and finish it right there on the F and the A. Let me just put those parts together here in the right hand ones. Switch. Stay right where you start, where you left off. Start the next section right there. Do lay before the king. Remember here, you're going up to the E flat with the G. Hold that hand shape and just walk down and pivot. And I'll do that one more time. I didn't do the fingering consistently, sorry. There's 3 and 1, pivot the hand. All right, up we come now, starting not on E flat, but on D. We've done E flat, D, now we start on C. And for that last one there, we don't do the 6. That would just sound a little bit weird. So the last walk down of 4 notes, we're going to harmonize that with the 3rd. And when we finish that, we come on down here, back to the beginning. Come on down here. When we come. There's the 6. Okay, so let us just talk about the left hand here briefly. So the left hand is going to play, like I said, we're going to play the C octave for this. We are going to play the F as well. And then later on, we have the B flat there just for a few chords in the right hand. So let's just put that together. So I'm going to use the lyrics here for this. So this is on Our Finest Gifts. All right, up until this point in the song, we've only used the F. But now you can think of this as the second phrase. We move down to the C. Our finest gifts we bring, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. Okay, and there we go. So every time, just to make sure that there's no ambiguity about how long to hold the right hand at the end of these phrases, it's always the same. Whether you're playing the F, finishing off a phrase there, or in this case here, the E and the G. What you want to do is you want to play the chord, play them together, and the left hand is going to play 2 more beats and then 1 beat to start off the next one. So let's just take a look at the rhythm diagram for that. So you'll see here, that on the rum-pum-pum-pum, the rum-pum-pum plays on beats 1 and this is 2, and then comes 3. That's the left hand, or that's where the hands go together. Then the left hand is going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, while the right hand just continues to hold that E and G, or the landing chord, I guess we could call it. Okay, so then to start off the next one, we are going to start right there again. This is the right hand phrase that sounds exactly like the one we did previously, but we are not going to walk down that rum-pum-pum-pum. We are going to walk down this rum-pum-pum. So be ready for that after this section. But we are going to stay on C here just for the first part. To, lay, be, and on the word for, the left hand has to change to the F. Okay? Then we got to change here. We have to change to 4 and 2. You can also change to 1 and 3, either one, so that you have fingers here at the top of the hand. Okay? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rum, pum, pum. And when you land on this pum here, the last pum, the left hand is now going to play the B flat. Okay? Rum, pum, pum. Be ready to move up. You'll notice that the B flats match. Okay? Stay there for with the left hand just for one beat. As the right hand starts, okay, those sixths go with the B flat. But when you land on the C and the A, you have to come back to the F. You'll hear right away it doesn't sound right to stay there in the left hand. It sounds interesting, but it's not the right chord there. You need to resolve that there on the F, because that's actually what the right hand is playing. It is playing the notes of the F major chord. And then finally stay on the F for that walk down there, and then finish on the E and the G with a C. Let's finish that off there. So to honor him, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. That's from the beginning. And now here's our ending. Just play the C, when we, and then finish off on the F for the word come. So I'll show you that one time from the beginning of this section here where the left hand plays the C. I'll just talk all the way through it, but I won't stop myself here. So 1, our finest gifts we bring, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. Left, left. 1, 2, lay, be. Switch to the F here on the 4. For the king, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. Switch to B flat. Rum-pum-pum-pum. Switch back to the F. Rum-pum-pum-pum. Switch to the C. Finish off on section number 1. To honor him, pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. Left, left. When we come. Notice I didn't repeat the left hand there, but I do just as I fade out here. How you choose to end it is kind of up to you. You can just stay there. You could repeat that final chord again if you'd like, or you can just go back and repeat the song. That's The Little Drummer Boy.